urology exam conducted by Mumbai University. In Mumbai, he had the opportunity to work in Breach Candy Hospital, PJ, Hinduja Hospital, JJ, and LTMG hospitals. He went to UK to fine-tune his skills in urology, where he worked at the Gartle General Hospital, Glasgow, as a senior registrar. He has had the opportunity to work under such stalwarts like Dr. James Thomas, Dr. Arwade, his illustrious father, Dr. N.K. Jirge, and in Mumbai, Dr. Tilak, Dr. Sagre, Dr. Udvadia, and Dr. Percy Chibber, whom we have the pleasure of being in our company. He started working as consultant urologist in the city of Kolhapur since 1998. He is the consultant and head of the Department of Urology at the Government Medical College Kolhapur since 2003. He is the chief urologist and andrologist at the Shushruth Assisted Conception Center. Dr. Jirge is also a consultant urologist at Astra Adar Hospital and plays an important role in the renal transplantation program since 2010. Being a senior anesthesiologist and having seen almost all the eminent surgeons in Kolhapur from very close quarters, I'm very confident that he is amongst the best. Thank you. Dr. Shishi, please.
Guru Raj Karajgi sir and Chibbar sir for being the chief guest, and Padma Shri Dr. Pratap Singh Jadhav for being the guest of honor, and each and every member of Shreyas and Sushruth for being present here. Chhatrapati Sambhaji Raje would not be here because he has a UNESCO team coming for the Raigad Fort, and he had an urgent meeting in Bombay for the same. So we are really missing him because he has been a part of each and every function of ours, and he has helped us not only in every small things that we have asked him, but even in the government. Yeah. Now I welcome Padma Shri Dr. Pratap Singh Jadhav sir on the stage. never ever complaining. These are the experiences that made us think of making their life comfortable. Expanding this facility. Next slide. The research work we do is recognized worldwide, and our publication on restarting IVF during COVID is cited widely. And Dr. Modi, who is present here with us, is a part of our research team, and he will vouch for this. The patients of Kolhapur and those much beyond, and your blessings have made this possible, and we wish to dedicate this place to your service. Next slide. We also have Prismatic Foundation, which does charity work for patients in need. My sister-in-law will say a few words about this. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. And I also like to thank all the senior members who have taken the efforts here to come and grace this occasion. Thank you very much.
A very warm welcome to all the dignitaries and also all of you who have graced this occasion on this auspicious day. We are very thankful for you to be coming here. Prismatic Foundation is a non-profit organization. It really has two limbs, one of which is research and innovation. We recognize that every practicing doctor and especially the youngsters need to have an atmosphere where they're very clear on the clinical as well as the progressive ethical and research standards, just like in international standards. So we try to set this platform even on a virtual platform. So we have tried to do this and we are progressing very well on that. And the second important thing we would like to achieve is to bring the best healthcare to all, including those who are poor and who are underprivileged, just like in those who can afford it. So for this, we recognize a contribution many of you have done in this very room to Prismatic Foundation in the last couple of years, and especially to Dr. Paralikar in 2023, who made a significant contribution. Thank you one and all, and I wish this program a huge success.
I request all the dignitaries on the stage to join in lighting of the lamp.
I invite Dr. Jirge sir to felicitate the dignitaries with a shawl and a shrifar. I would like to invite Dr. Anish to introduce Dr. Karajgi sir.
Good evening to everyone present here. It is an honor to introduce Dr. Gururaj Karajgi sir, who is a doyen in the field of education. He is an educationist par excellence and has been an instrumental role in building over 105 schools of very high quality all over the world. He has been the founder principal and academic director of Jain International Residential School and founder director of the International Academy of Creative Teaching. He is a doctorate in chemistry with multiple international publications. Presently, he is the chairman and the chairman of the Academy for Creative Teaching. He has been a teacher for over 5 decades without a moment's regret. He is a well-known columnist who has completed 3,000 columns and written many books. A quick Google or YouTube search is a wealth of wisdom. Now I would like to invite sir to speak a few words.
Respected dignitaries on the stage, Dr. Shishir and Dr. Padmarekha Jirge, all the people assembled here, my pranams to all of you. I feel honored and blessed that I have a chance of coming to Kolhapur, come to this wonderful institution and be here. At the outset, I would like to congratulate Dr. Shishir and Dr. Padmarekha for taking up this wonderful venture of starting a super speciality hospital. God will be with you all the time. Because my firm belief is that if your intentions are honest and pure, God will stand next to you. It is His job, not your job. Hospital will be remarkably successful because the commitment behind is wonderful. And secondly, I wonder as to why Shishir called me here, first of all. I am not a doctor. I can't speak in Marathi. But he said he is tolerant, very tolerant. He said, you still come. And Dr. Padmarekha told me to talk about education. Education at this stage, when the hospital is being inaugurated, may not be very appropriate, but I feel when you want to produce doctors of a very high quality, the quality of education is very, very important. After completing 51 years of teaching, I still wonder, what is education? How do you define education? Is it the certificate that you collect and accumulate? Or the amount of money you collect? Or what is it actually? I did my research Another boy who did research with me wanted to do his second PhD in US. Those days doing PhD in America was difficult. I'm talking of beginning of 1970s. But his father was a small primary school teacher in Belgaum. He sold his land and sent his son to America to do his PhD. This boy went there, studied chemistry and also married an American girl. Nothing wrong about it, but did not inform his parents. Some of us as friends knew that he got married. Those days internet was not there and we did not have the WhatsApp and we could not see one another. After 5 years he came to India for the first time. By then he had a daughter. The parent did not know about it. Since I was in Belgaum at that time, incidentally I went to receive him at the airport. You can visualize the picture. It's a small airport even now. Entered inside, I saw his father was sitting there at the entrance. You can visualize a retired primary school teacher, the crumpled dhoti and a shirt and crumpled coat and a crumpled cap and 4 days unshaven face. He had a rose in his hand. I could make out he was waiting for his son. I said, Kaka, I touched his feet, said, Kaka, why don't you come inside? The son will come. No, I'll wait outside only. After some day, the flight came back from Mumbai. The only flight was that from Mumbai at that time. My friend came with his 6-7 friends, they were bubbling, enthusiastic friends. They were talking there. And I talked to him and then I didn't see his father. I told him, your father was here for some time. He came to receive you. I don't find him there. He said, I don't know. I thought he was telling a lie. Then we took the taxi and went back to his village. After 2 hours, his father also came there. He travelled by bus. I asked his father, Uncle, why did you not come with us? You are waiting there to hand over the rose to your son and when he came, you are not there. Where were you? The father's answer was beautiful. He said, no, I saw my son. He looks nice now. And secondly, he also saw me. He was in the company of nice young people. I'm an old man. He may not be very happy to meet me in this context. So why should I make him feel bad? Anyway, I'll meet him in the house. I came back. This question starts bothering my mind. One side you had a person who had got 2 PhDs, one from India and one from US. Another side you have a primary school teacher. The first person with double doctorate does not feel like going and touching his father's feet. And the second one feels, my son should not be, perhaps you should not feel miserable, feel bad about it, that old father is meeting him. Who is sensitive and who is educated? I always say, father is educated, son is literate. Literacy does not mean education to me at all. If that education does not carry values with it, it has no value. Education has no value. Unless you produce doctors of that kind who have values in them, I have seen several doctors in my life. Very few people talk what they do what they talk. I always say there is a yawning gap between thought and action. Only when there is no gap between the two, you are a remarkably wonderful person. Values are not taught. Values are not lectured about. Values are demonstrated. I normally do a small exercise. Since I am coming to Kolhapur and speaking to you for the first time, I can do the exercise here. Can we do that? If you all agree, we'll do a small exercise. Very simple exercise. I request all of you to do exactly what I say. Please do exactly as I say. You understand? Please do only as I say. All of you raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. Fold your fingers into a fist. Slowly bring your hand forward. Stretch your forefinger. Only forefinger, not all of them. Only forefinger. And very quickly keep this finger on the left cheek. Please, where you have kept your finger. I had told on the left cheek. And all of us know what is cheek and what is chin. Right? Since I am standing and looking at all of you, I could make out quite a few people kept the finger here. Some people wondered, the fellow says cheek but keeps it here. Why? The finger oscillated from the cheek to the chin. And the third category people are very smart, kept the finger here and slowly moved on to the cheek. Doesn't matter. It all happened in 30 seconds. I had told you twice, thrice before, please do only as I say. But most of you did what I did. Therefore, my friends, in any profession, including medicine, people believe what you do rather than what you say. Doing is a value, saying is not a value. As long as the education teaches that, it becomes a useful education. In fact, in Sanskrit there is a word, Sakshara and Rakshasa. Sakshara means illiterate. And reverse the words. Rakshasa, reverse it, it becomes Sakshara. If Sakshara does not have values, he becomes a Rakshasa. It's a beautiful statement. But I am very happy. With all the strong values that I know, Dr. Padmarekha and Dr. Shishir have, I've been associated there for quite some time now, I have seen, they would produce an extraordinary hospital. Hospital where people come, get succored to their problems. In fact, as you enter and people smile there, half your problems are over. I always say medicine is a part of the treatment. The affection that your doctor shows is important. In fact, I remember Dr. R.K. Narayan's very famous novel, a story in fact, Doctor's Word. How much people believe the doctors? How much they believe? The patient may be very sick. In fact, R.K. Narayan writes a story about it. Two friends in a village grow together. One becomes a very famous surgeon. Other remains a village zamindar. And the zamindar becomes sick, very sick. And he always keeps saying, call my friend. He is the best doctor. I want to get wide from him. And doctor comes back to see the friend. And the other doctors who have seen the patient gives them details and say, no chance of survival. He will not survive more than 1 month. But the friend tells him, calls him by the side and says, if you tell me that I have no problem, I will survive. The doctor is in a dilemma now. As a doctor, he knows he can't survive. But as a friend, he wants him to survive. But finally he says, you have no problem. You will be perfectly all right. I have seen the case. There is no problem with you. And can you believe that? Narayan said it is a true story. And the man survived for 20 years later. And he says, I survived not because of medicine, but by the doctor's word. Doctor's word. That is the beauty of a doctor's word. Doctors give so much support and encouragement to you. In fact, I am very great fan of it, and I urge you, compel you, if you are doctors here, a lot of doctors, urge and compel you to read that book of Arthur Halley called Final Diagnosis. One of the finest movies, finest books that no doctor can avoid it. Final Diagnosis is what happens to a doctor. I am particularly happy with, it is called SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Institute. Research and practice should go together. Otherwise, what happens if there is no research there, you become old and outdated very soon. Especially in the field of medicine, redundancy is very high. If you are not reading continuously, doing research on the field, there is a possibility that you become redundant and outdated. And doctor being outdated is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Therefore, I am happy about it. In fact, I have known Dr. Padmarekha have been publishing papers. She told me once about it. Wonderful. A doctor who has a serious research attitude, learns more, gets the new ideas from different parts of the world. As the Rigveda says, let noble thoughts come to us from all sides. Get freeware, bring it to the board, and help to be very useful to the patients. I only here to wish Dr. Shishir and Dr. Padmarekha great success in what they are doing. I tell you, I am not prophetic. I am not a prophecy maker, but I am prophetic today. The hospital will be a talk of the town and very successful hospital in a very short time. I went round in the morning, I went round the hospital. There is no compromise on quality anywhere. I saw that, whether the furniture or the flooring or the facilities and equipments, no compromise on that. When your quality is guaranteed, success comes. I always say quality and success are related. If you are quality oriented, quantity will also come. But you are only focusing on quantity, quality will not come. By focusing on quality, I am sure great days are ahead for SHREYAS, and we will be hearing about it in different parts. I would like to hear about it in Bangalore as well. I would like to hear. And one more interesting thing I saw, Dr. Shishir has invited his teacher, Dr. Chibar, to this place. There is again a value demonstration here. Dr. Chibar was his professor in the college. So when he wanted to inaugurate the hospital, he wanted his teacher to come back. That itself is a demonstration of how a teacher is respected all the time. Not only a guide and a philosopher for him at the college level, but he is a teacher to him. I am happy, the union of the teacher and the student here. I wish you all the best, sir. I wish Shreyas outstanding success. And first of all, hats off to your determination for both of you. It's not easy to start a hospital like this. It's a lifetime achievement. And I tell you, you are leaving strong footprints behind you as a role model of how a hospital should be built. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karajgi sir, for a very insightful speech and for teaching us the value of true education. Now I invite Dr. Aditya to introduce Dr. Chibar sir.
Good evening, everyone. Dr. Percy Chibber, sir, is an extraordinary person in the field of urology. He has been a professor and head of department of the urology department in Grant Medical College and JJ Group of Hospitals since 1995 to 2007. He has revolutionized the field of endoscopic stone surgery. He was the first person to introduce PCNL, the keyhole surgery for kidney stones in India. His personal experience includes more than 2,000 successfully treated cases. Currently, he is a consultant urologist and transplant surgeon at Breach Candy Hospital, HN Reliance Foundation Hospital and Saifi Hospital, Director of Education and Research at Jaslok Hospital. He was the President of Mumbai Urological Society in 2003 and the President of Urological Society of India in 2015. I request Chibber sir to address us on this lovely evening.
Thank you very much for those very kind words. All the dignitaries on the dais, Dr. N.K. Jirge in the audience, and all the people in the audience. It is indeed a great pleasure. I've been there with Shishir and with Padmarekha every time they've taken a step. I remember how I was first introduced to Shishir. One of his teachers, Dr. Temtan Udwadia, who is also a very dear friend of mine, told me, you must take this boy under your wing. He's been trying his level best to do urology and he's determined. So I then took him under my wing at JJ, and I've not seen somebody as committed to his profession, and more important than that, he's been the most respectful student, respectful to all his seniors. I remember with all his other seniors as well, he's been the most respectful senior. And the same goes for Padma, or as I know her as Rekha. She's always been exceeding. I'm not in the IVF field, although I am in some way, but I'm not in the IVF field, but still she's always exceedingly respectful to me. Now, as I'm no great speaker like Dr. I'm not an educationist. I am an educationist in my own way. I teach my students, and I have for many, many years. But I am convinced that this hospital will do very well, because I know that the two people at the foundation of this hospital are committed people. Committed people in which way? I was just entering this hospital and I saw that little statement, the mission statement, and the first line tells it all. You say a team of skilled professionals. Without skill, you can't get anything. More importantly, without teamwork, nothing happens. So a team of skilled professionals is very, very important. With cutting edge technology, without technology today we can't do anything. Even our phones get redundant within a couple of years and we have to buy a new phone. So the technology, and it has to be cutting edge, because technology is now geometrically progressing. Your technology of 4 years ago and 5 years ago is gone. I remember when I was a registrar, I used to always feel that the technology in the West was about 10 years ahead of us. Then slowly as I became a young consultant, became 5 years ahead of us. Now I say that sometimes and in some fields we are ahead of the rest. So and this ought to happen, and I have great hopes and convinced belief that India will lead. India will lead in technology, which surely it will lead, because India has the brains. India was the sort of the origin of mathematics, and mathematics is the origin of technology. So I don't see any reason why India shouldn't lead in technology. But in also other fields like medicine, India will lead, and I'm so happy about that. That brings me to the third part of that sentence, the first line of your mission statement. And to me, that is the most important line. If you remember what you've written there, it's with humanity and compassion. Now that is something that is progressively being eroded in the West. And some of us who want to ape the West in any way possible are also aping this not too apeable, if I can use that kind of phrase, quality. We are known in the East, and particularly in India, to be exceedingly humane and compassionate, and that is what our patients look forward to. They look for a bonding between them and us. And that is why we practice medicine the way, and that is why many of our practitioners, when they go to the States or go to anywhere in the West, they do so well, not because they're technically superb, which they are, but because they have this old habit of bonding with their patients, of being particularly compassionate and, working with the patients. I think that is the most important line of those three lines. And please maintain that compassion, that humanity. I see so many new corporate hospitals. The word corporate hospital gets my goat, because you see corporate hospitals in Mumbai and in Delhi, and what they have is a kind of a conveyor belt way of looking after patients. Secretaries give appointments. You don't even know who the person whom you are supposed to see. You see the person, hi Mr. Joe Blogs, thank you very much. This is your medicine, this is your treatment, go away. Next. So that kind of conveyor belt treatment is what we expect to follow from the West. But I would urge very strongly that we should maintain our old values of doctor-patient relationship, and the doctor should become a very important part of the family of the patient. Nothing more I have to say. I think I wish all the best to Shishir and to Padmarekha, and I hope them the best, and I'm sure they will excel in this hospital. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jibbar sir, for your kind words of encouragement and your blessings. Now I would like to invite Dr. Anjali Kaddu to introduce Shrimant Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj.
Good evening all. It's my privilege and pleasure and honor to introduce to you Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj Ji. Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj is a legend and monumental phenomenon. Underneath the non-assuming personality is a patron of many charities. He has spearheaded many social causes and is the founder of the Chhatrapati Shahu School. Most recent addition to his long list of achievements is his election as a member of parliament in the recently held Lok Sabha election. I now request His Royal Highness to address us. Thank you.
Doctors Shri Pratap Singh Jadhav, Dr. Gururaj Karasgi, Dr. Percy Shibbar, Dr. Shirish Jirge, Dr. Padmarekha Jirge, Dr. Shri S.R. Patil, Dr. Shri Jirge Senior, who were both of them, the last two of them were members of the Asha Nursing Home, doctors in the Asha Nursing Home, from where they looked after my father, both Dr. Patil and Dr. Jirge. And later on, the younger doctors like Shishir Jirge and Padmarekha Jirge came in touch with the rest of the family. So we have excellent people on the dais today. Dr. Percy Jal Shibir, who just now gave you a lecture on his profession and also conveyed to us the important relationship which a doctor must have with his patient. And that is how he brought in a human issue to the problem. Because unless that is there, I'm sure, as he said, that the patient can become well, as Dr. Gurraj Singh also said, that the patient can become well by just a thought. Similarly, now we have before us Dr. Shishir Jirge, who has followed the footsteps of his father, and Padmarekha Jirge. Both together have built a lovely hospital over here. The building is of course there, but together they have been striving to do their best for the people. And one of my grandsons was also born in a hospital. Way back about 20, how many years back? About 20 years, 18 years back. And that is how we have come to know each other more and more, all of us. And this is a small world where you can do well by getting in touch with different people, and people do well by getting in touch with good doctors, be it education in a general sense or a doctor in the one who actually does his work. So I think Kolhapur has been always a source of good medical culture. Senior Dr. Jirge and Dr. S.R. Patil has set the trend, and many others have followed in between, and now these two are doing so well that they have been able to not only plan but start this new hospital, which looks very good from the outside, and I'm sure it is the same from inside. And I'm sure the patients, or rather those who come to take some sort of treatment or to give birth to a child, will also do well over there, because they will be taken care of thoroughly. And once they enter the hospital, I'm sure they will always come out successfully, and the key to success will be the two doctors who have started this new SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Institute. As you know, doctors generally do a lot of treatment and give treatment, but this hospital does a lot of research also. Unless you do research, you can't progress. And so this institute will be carrying on with its research and helping the science to grow from year to year. And I'm sure, as Dr. Shibir just suggested, that why can't we be the best in the world? India can be the best in the world, and no doubt, because we have that history, we have that medical history, and even now people from all over the world come to take treatment in India, and soon everyone will be taking treatment here only in India, because the science of medicine and surgery will be at its highest in the next few years. As he said, India is only just 5 years behind now. 5 years is not hard to overtake, and once you overtake, I'm sure India will be on the top of the medicine world. Even then, I don't say that they should be leading the world in this sense, but everyone has a right to get better, and people from all over the world will surely come here, and the doctors from India will continue to treat them as they are doing right now. Dr. Shishir Jirge and Padmareka Jirge have done very well, and I'm sure they have come in contact with these two doctors also, one in the education field, one in the field of medicine and surgery, and they will take their inspiration from these two doctors and will continue to do well and continue to serve the people. At this stage, I will only say that SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Institute, which has now shifted from Rajarampuri to here, from I think it was Asha Nursing Home in your days. Doctors, it was called Asha Nursing Home in your days? Okay. And Dr. S.R. Patil and Dr. Senior Jirge, whom I have known for the last almost 50 years now, because they were treating my father, and my father also had a small problem, and Dr. Jirge wanted to cure him, but he didn't undergo an operation from him. Anyhow, Dr. Patil was also treating him very well, and he continued to do well for a long time. So in the end, I wish both the doctors all the best, and I wish the hospital, SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Center, to continue with their research and services to humanity as they have been doing right now, and I'll wish them all the best. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Shrimanta Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj, for your encouraging words. I would now like to invite Dr. Maya Patki to introduce Padma Shri Dr. Pratap Singh Jadhav.
Good evening, everybody. It's an honor to introduce Padma Shri Dr. Pratap Singh Jadhav, who is an Indian media person, journalist, industrialist, editor-in-chief and chairman of Pudhari Publications and Private Limited, which is the largest circulated and fastest growing and widely read daily newspaper in Maharashtra, North Karnataka and Goa. Sir is known for excellence in leadership. He is credited with the organization growth, known for his fiery, unbiased and critical approach to news coverage, and is a pioneer of modern technologies in Marathi news industry. He is a strong advocate of all vulnerable communities in the society. He has many achievements in journalism and has contributions in the field of medicine. Coveted Padma Shri was awarded by Government of India at the hands of Honorable President Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam to him. He has received many more awards. The list is endless. He played a significant role in building Siachen Hospital for Army. Another hospital at Kutch for earthquake victims was built by him. In 2019, he contributed to flood relief in Kolhapur and Sangli district. We all are really pleased to have you here, sir, for inaugural function of SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Center. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Today we are gathered here for the inauguration of the SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Institute. The auspicious day today, Honorable Chhatrapati Srimant Shahu Maharaj, Member of Parliament, that is an addition to his Chhatrapati and every, means now he is not only a Raja, but he is representative of the people also. So he has to function both the things together now, Maharaj. Now, today's other guest, Guru Raj Karasgi, the educationist who spoke very well and gave a very good lecture. Then Dr. Percy Chibber, who was the teacher of Dr. Shishir Jirge, and here we saw the relation between the teacher and the student. Now, today's the main dignitaries I will call is Dr. Shishir Jirge and Dr. Padma Rekha Jirge. I am seeing this for the three generations. Senior Dr. Jirge, who is sitting just before me, then Shishir Jirge, and now the third generation, both the sons. So this legacy of doctors, there is some wavelength between us because we have got legacy like this. My father was a journalist, I am a journalist, my son is a journalist. So we are following the path which our forefathers have asked us to go ahead. Now, taking you to the legacy of this family, only one thing is very prominent. Just now Maharaja told you that the senior Jirge was looking after Shahji Maharaj, but the family used to go to Bangalore for all medical purposes. But it was only because of Dr. Padma Rekha Jirge, the family went to Jirge instead of Bangalore. So I would like to tell you, Karji Sahab, that now Kolhapur has become more important than Bangalore. So as you expected, when the Maharaja family has turned, means the whole Kolhapur is going to, but they follow the path of Maharaja. Now, coming to the today's function, all the dignitaries on the stage, there is a Upanishad tells, Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramaya. Means let everybody be happy, everybody be in good health. This is the culture that we are following. The Indian culture and the Indian medical science is very, very well advanced than any other country. My friends, I would like to tell you that when there was no existence of Oxford and Cambridge, we were having universities like Nalanda, Takshashila, Vikramshila. Very recently, our Prime Minister has again inaugurated Nalanda University. I would like to tell you, the Charak and the Sushruta. Charak was the first surgeon in the world. Means the India was having, right from Antarctica, the India was so much having the land, and our culture and the education which was there, it's much earlier than any other country. I would like to congratulate this couple, Jirge couple, because you know, so many doctors are practicing. But as a doctor, when you have that human touch which they have with them, when a doctor sees the patient is well, that is the really what he gets the pleasure out of it. And this Dr. Jirge in his urology, then Dr. Padmareka Jirge in her gynecology, or more specifically we can say IVF, that is in vitro fertilization. She has created her own name. Because of, as a journalist, I go on keep reading and seeing on the medical magazines also. So many articles she has presented before the medical field. I would like to tell you, as many of you know, that previously the practice was, there were general practitioners. We used to call them GP, general practitioner. And he was a family doctor, looking after everything. So we used to go and he used to give medicines and we used to follow. Now the specialization has come to this level that even if you take ortho, there is a doctor who only operates spine, there is a doctor who only operates knees. So all this separation also has taken place. So much so that this multi-speciality, and place like Kolhapur needed a hospital like this. I would like to say that this hospital will be a milestone in the history of Kolhapur. You know, our nation, secular, with various cultures, with various religions, caste, everything, means you will be surprised to know that how many mother tongues we have, that India has. 1942, 1942 are the mother tongues in India. And so we are 31 states, but how many castes do we have? 6,400 castes we have. How many districts we have? 600 districts we have. Tell me now, for a medical person, or for an educationist, or for a politician, to be in India and to educate India is a very, very, very difficult task. There is no one language. Suppose if you talk in Hindi in north of India, the south will get angry because they don't want Hindi. So this, to be in politics or to be in bureaucracy, it is very difficult for this country. But still, because of the culture that we have, now as on today, India has become the fifth, it is the largest democracy, but as per the GDP and the growth of the economy, it is the fifth country in the world, and soon it will be third country in the world. But do you know that in India, because of the education, still, and the growing population, as you know very well, that we are number one in population. That is 142 crores of population. And every day, there is a birth of 67,000 children. So see population means multiplication, that's the name of the game. Every generation plays the same. So this is going on and the multiplication is there. So still our country has contributed giving 80 crore people free, but this means the last 2 years during the COVID, they have fed the people without charging anything. But now we are required to look after our health also. Particularly, we are lacking behind because of the health programs that we are not undertaking. Whereas in USA, that is America, 19% of the GDP is spent on health. Like European countries, 7 to 8% of the GDP is spent on health. Whereas in India, 2.1% of the GDP is spent on health. Look at the 140 crore population, and our spending on the health is very limited. Whereas countries like Canada, Japan, Switzerland, there is totally free medical facilities. Now, India has introduced some of the schemes like Ayushman Bharat Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, then Arogya Setu app, then Janani Suraksha Yojana, PM Surakshit Yojana, then Rashtriya Arogya Abhiyan, Rajiv Gandhi Yojana, Mahatma Phule Yojana. So some of the schemes are definitely launched by the government, central as well as state. But because of the growing population, it becomes very difficult. My friends, I would also like to emphasize that particularly multi-speciality hospital is the need of the day. I am saying it is the need of the day. Why? Because the patient wants everything under one roof. Because for checkup, you don't have to go to for MRI, for X-rays, all these things. So you can say that multi-specialty hospital is the need of the day, and Dr. Shishir Jirge and Dr. Padmareka Jirge, they both of them have taken a very right decision. Instead of starting only urology hospital or gynecology hospital, they have started this multi-speciality hospital. Now, I would like to tell you that particularly our country is advancing towards the medical science. The medical science means from the medical science is growing so fast, and now the artificial intelligence, in Marathi we call that artificial means krutrim, intelligence means buddhi, the bodhikta. So this has come, and it's a challenge to this medical science also. All doctors sitting over here, the very word doctor comes from a Latin word docere, which means teacher, guide. And all of you are teacher and guide of the society. Means we learn everything from you. You save our lives. Many a times I say, you are the angels. When you save anybody's life, you are a God to him. So that is the the prestige, the image that you carry in common man's eyes. I would like to emphasize that there are, because of this, the science, the technology that is advancing day by day, so many new versions have come up. Now the doctors are not required to go and see the patient also. On your mobile, Mr. America now has provided that this, means the 5 which they have provided is that you will be having mobile health, that is called M-Health, mobile health. Then they are having video conferencing, that is going on. Then they are having wearable devices, means devices like watch, devices like jewelry, where everything will be noted. Your pulse, your BP, everything. Means doctor sitting in his hospital, he can guide you what to do. Then we do have, means telematic, also medicine, telemedicine. And because of this, we should remember one thing, that when India got independence in 1947, the average age of Indians was only 32 years. And as of now, the average age of Indians is 70 years. So this growth rate has increased. You people are working day and night. I can say 24/7. And you are getting whatever you do. I would like to tell you, all of you, whatever we earn, whatever we do, how much money we earn, money is not everything. By money, you can buy medicine, but by money, you cannot buy health. So you have to remember this, that money is not everything. And here, serving the people of Kolhapur, I am very much sure, now Kolhapur is on the map of not only India but the world, because the airline has started, now the Vande Bharat also is started. So the Kolhapur will gradually grow. And you know that there is a medical tourism also. And I would like and I would request Dr. Jirge that many of the foreigners, they want to come to India for any medical checkup or any surgery. Means more than 87 countries, people come from there to India for their surgeries. And this profession or medical tourism is increasing day by day. I would like to congratulate you, both of you, for this very, means you can say multi-speciality. It is because आपण म्हणतो त्याप्रमाणे हे आपण हॉस्पिटल नसतं. हॉस्पिटलपेक्षा आपण ज्याप्रमाणे एखाद्या मंदिरात जातो, अंबाबाईच्या मंदिरात जातो, तर हे आरोग्य मंदिर आहे. तर आरोग्य मंदिरात या दोघांनाही महालक्ष्मीचा आशीर्वाद निश्चितपणे लाभेल, कारण आपण सगळे या लक्ष्मीच्या कृपेनेच या कोल्हापुरात आहोत. मी नेहमी गमतीनं म्हणत असतो की आपण सगळे लक्ष्मीपुत्र आहोत, कारण लक्ष्मीच्या या शहरात आपला जन्म झालेला आहे. तर मी डॉक्टरना, मी सर्व कोल्हापूरकरांच्या वतीनं आणि पुढारी परिवाराच्या वतीनं शुभेच्छा देतो. निश्चितपणे त्यांनी हे सुरू केले हॉस्पिटल, कारण मला आठवतं की मी राजारामपुरीमध्ये ज्यावेळा हॉस्पिटल सुरू झालं त्यावेळा मी आणि डॉक्टर चिब्बर साहेब वी वर देअर फॉर दी फंक्शन. परत आज आम्ही या ठिकाणी आलेलो आहोत आणि ही इज अ स्टुडंट ऑफ डॉक्टर चिब्बर. So he has got the same, means you can say the same culture which he has inherited from his father, from his teacher, and his skillful hand, and Dr. Padmareka's skillful hand. Definitely you will be, and the third generation which is coming, you will be all together, because now I read that the senior citizens like Dr. S.R. Patil and Dr. Jirge will be honored on the stage. There is means senior citizens, and I am really congratulate Dr. Jirge, both the Jirge couple and their children also, for inviting me here, and I wish you all the best for this multi-speciality hospital. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your very kind words and blessings. Now I would like to request Shrimanta Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj, sir, to felicitate a few people who have made this project possible. Architect Umesh Mane and Richa Mane. Contractor Sanjay Kore. Project Consultant Mr. Suhas Shikre. Pratishthacharya Pandit Kiran from Sitkal. He has conducted the Vastu Puja and the Navgraha Aradhana Puja for ensuring the safety and the happiness of this place, its people as well as the patients. Thank you so much. Now I would like to call upon Dr. Padma Rekha Jirge to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Charmi. It's a very tall task on me this evening to give this vote of thanks. As I stand here, the overwhelming feeling is that of gratitude. First and foremost, my gratitude goes to Shrimant Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj, as the guardian of every citizen of Kolhapur, whose very presence signifies an auspicious beginning to any event or journey. With his kind permission, I take a minute to deviate from the tradition to acknowledge each and every patient and their families who have sought care and guidance from us and have touched our lives in a myriad of beautiful ways. SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Institute is because of them, for them, and I bow to all of them. Coming back, we are very grateful to Dr. Gururaj Karasgi sir for blessing our lives with very timely advices which have become the guiding light for us. Thank you, sir, for bringing grace and wisdom to this momentous occasion in our lives. Chibbar sir, while Shishir is a great example of what a teacher you have been, I have seen you as an example of utmost simplicity and humility. You've been a guiding hand right from the beginning of our practice here, and our thanks to you for being a teacher par excellence. Padma Shri Pratap Singh Jadhav sir, what can I say? The last time you graced our IVF clinic inauguration, you said that we will fall short of space very soon, and those words sealed our fate and brought us to this day. We are very grateful to you for being there for us from our very initial days in Kolhapur and for being with us today. And today you have set the task of medical tourism in front of us. So let's see where it takes us. Chhatrapati Sambhaji Raje, I would like to acknowledge him in his absence. He is known very well as a person, like a politician or a person who stands up for social causes, but very little is known about the contribution he has done to the medical field in this country. When Maharashtra was burning because of various atrocities and assaults on junior doctors, it was his timely intervention, very silently, very quietly done behind the scenes, which brought the situation under control. Yet another fact which is not known is that the part he played as a member of Standing Committee for Parliament, Rajya Sabha member, the suggestions and the advices he put forward to the committee were adopted verbatim. Every single word was adopted in its entirety, and it has now become part of the surrogacy law. So we are missing him, but we acknowledge his contribution to our medical community. My most sincere thanks goes to each and every one of SHREYAS team, be it the highly skilled and senior consultants such as Paranjape sir, Ganpule sir, Anjali Kaddu, or Asmita Bachrani, and gratitude to Maya Patki, Amita Patke, Anmangi sir, Seema Sultane, Charmi Koth, and many more for taking a very challenging, difficult situation of changing the route of their practice and trusting us, strengthening us, and becoming one with us. Same goes for Team Sai Sparsh, Venkatesh, and Dr. R.S. Patil. I'm very grateful on behalf of entire SHREYAS family to each and every one of you. We dreamt about this project 7 years ago, and two individuals started sharing our dreams, tears, and happiness. Architects Umesh Mane and Risha Mane. No words can sufficiently describe the gratitude we feel for both of you. The same holds true for Mr. Sanjay Kole, the contractor, who has given a very definitive shape to our dreams. I need to bow to certain truths now of our lives. My mother-in-law, who is no more with us, taught us to live our life truthfully. My father-in-law, Dr. Narendra Jirge, as you all have seen him, many of you for much longer years than me, know him as a phenomenon and inspiration to so many doctors and specialists. Thank you, Daddy, for being who and what you are. My parents, who are in Bangalore but are not able to be here with us physically. My father, Anna, a person of few words, whose one kind act of sending me to UK for higher studies changed my entire life. The one thing he has asked of me is to be good, and I hope that he thinks that I have been so. My mother, Amma, has strived hard to inculcate good values in all of us, and I hope I and Suma have to some extent fulfilled her dreams. Suma, my sister, who is a solid pillar of support in everything we do. Anjali, my sister-in-law, and her husband Naresh, who steps in whenever and wherever we ask for. My uncle and aunt, who are here today in place of my parents for this special occasion to deliver all the blessings. My dear little sister, Saumya, an unimaginable source of energy. The little ones of generation next of the family. All Jirges of Kolhapur and Arwades of Sangli for being such wonderful people, never expecting anything from us and always being there for us. Thank you. Rajiv, I need to mention that your presence makes a huge difference to both Shishir and me. And you know that you are the lifeline for Shishir. Thank you. Ajit, my cousin, with whom I must have shared the invitation, not even a phone call, about 4 days ago, and who has just arrived here. So there are so many such incidents, which have filled our heart with gratitude today. And a special mention goes to Dr. Deepak Modi, who is a very, very busy person, a scientist, like an excellent scientist who has brought our country's name up at international level, who is part and parcel of ICMR, who is traveling to China tomorrow, who has come just because we invited him without expecting any role. And he led the way to make public-private partnership successful as far as research goes. And I'm very, very grateful to you and thank you for being here. I know that I'm unable to convey my emotions, feelings of gratitude to each and every one of you, but I would like to state that all of you have made us what we are today. And thanks for being here today. Thanks for being there with us for all these years and being with us, not necessarily as patients, but as part of our lives, every day of life. Then there are some very special people not related by blood but by heart, soul and minds. Our friends who are the solid rocks of support, shoulders to lean on to, and everything else. Thank you. Thank you, Charmi, Aditya and Anish, and all of Shreyas and Sushrut team for conducting this program so very well. And again, for each and every one of you who are here, I may not have expressed my gratitude to each individual here, but believe me, each and every one of you are held very close to our heart with highest regard and respect. Finally, I need to express my gratitude to the one most special and best friend I have, my life companion and husband. Thanks for being there. Thanks for allowing me to dream and soar high, never asking me to put any limitations for where I want to reach. He told me when I came to Kolhapur, you be the institute you want. I am never going to set any limits for you. You are the one who is going to decide on that. And he has kept his words. Thank you. Yeah.
I would request all the dignitaries to proceed for the formal ribbon cutting and inauguration. And I request all the guests to watch a brief video about SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Institute.
The dignitaries shall proceed for the ribbon cutting ceremony. I request all the guests to please be seated. We shall be playing a brief video about the hospital. Kindly watch it.
Hello, myself, obstetrician, gynecologist and laparoscopic surgeon practicing in Kolhapur since last almost 30 years. Gynecological endoscopic surgeries include laparoscopic as well as hysteroscopic surgeries, which over a period of time have replaced most of the open surgeries. The advantages that the patients get out of these surgeries are, since these are keyhole surgeries, the number of incisions are less. They are very small incisions which cause less pain, less scarring. There is less bleeding. Chances of infection are less. All this helps to reduce the hospital stay for the patient. Also, they can return to their work much quickly compared to the open surgeries. Laparoscopic surgeries, they need extra training and extra skills. At SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Institute, we have a very good, well-equipped modular operation theatre with a highly skilled team which can perform simple as well as complicated laparoscopic surgeries with very good outcomes. We are having 3 modular OTs with excellent equipments as well as all infection control measures are taken care of here. We are really eager to offer these services to those who need these operations. With increasing age of marriage and childbearing, we come across many women who have comorbidities during pregnancy like hypertension, diabetes, thyroid problems and many more problems. And these ladies, they require a multidisciplinary approach during their journey of pregnancy. At SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Institute, we have many departments wherein a physician, an obstetrician, neonatologist, we all can take care of these women and offer better results for these pregnant women and their babies. Thank you.
Myself, Dr. Amita Sanjeev Patke. I am obstetrician and gynecologist. I am working in this field since last 25 years. Apart from providing necessary services to all mothers and babies, one step ahead, now we are providing preventive services to all females. Cervical cancer and breast cancer, these are the most common cancers in female in India. For early detection of say a breast, now we are offering mammography to female patients and self-breast examination to each and every female patient. Cervical cancer is also preventable if it is diagnosed at precancerous stage by screening, and screening modalities like cervical cytology, high-risk HPV DNA testing and colposcopy. These all modalities are now available in our hospital. If patient is screen positive, she will be treated accordingly by cryotherapy and lip therapy, and it will be prevented to progress to cervical cancer. Nowadays, HPV vaccine is freely available in India, which is valuable in prevention of cervical cancer. HPV vaccine can be given to all females from the age of 19 to 45. This vaccine will be available in our hospital, and we will motivate our patients and their daughters to have the vaccine. According to CGPR, if 90% females are vaccinated and 70% females are screened, then mortality rate due to cervical cancer can be reduced to less than 30%. We will work for the same motto. Thank you.
Myself, Dr. Rupali Kapil Patil, a neonatologist. I have done my MBBS from Government Medical College, Miras, and then I have done DN neonatology. Our main aim to have NICU along with obstetrics gynae unit is the mother and child care will be under one roof. So our neonatal care intensive care unit will have 6 beds which can provide the facilities like warmer care, oxygen and phototherapy which will treat the jaundice in newborn. Our team of NICU will have special trained nurses, neonatal care nurses, medical officers and neonatologists. The benefits of having a child care unit along with the mother care unit are many. The happiest moment in the family is birth of a newborn, and if such newborn for such some reason requires NICU care, everyone in the family becomes anxious, and especially the mother. If such sick baby is being treated just beside the mother, it kills or relieves all the anxiety of the family members and mother, and the treatment of the newborn becomes very easy. So let's begin with this new endeavor and successful journey of mother and care unit as SHREYAS Neonatal Intensive Care Unit of SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital. Thank you.
I am Dr. Padmareka Jirge, Truth Assisted Conception Clinic and SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Institute. We know that 1 in 5 to 7 couples, young couples, experience infertility. Providing an all-encompassing care for infertile couples is my lifetime passion. I'm very happy to say that the entire team here is geared up and totally committed to provide the highest level of fertility care, be it for fertility promoting surgeries or simple medical treatments for infertility or the most advanced IVF and ICSI and procedures associated with it. We are very experienced in providing the highest level of pre-pregnancy assessment or IVF treatment and subsequent pregnancy care, either for those in advanced maternal age, that is in women above 40 years of age, or those with various medical conditions. We are the first unit in this entire region to provide fertility preservation services for those young people, men and women, affected with various cancers.
I am Dr. Shishir Jirge and I am the Director of SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Institute. SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Institute is a creation which we have curated exclusively for the people of Kolhapur and beyond, learning from what we have seen and witnessed over the past 2.5 decades as to what patients go through in their journey towards health. We have tried putting this wisdom into practice through SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Institute. Being a urologist, I am very proud to say that the 5 modular operation theatres we have here will be a pleasure to work in and provide the best of surgical care. In addition to our highly skilled team, we have the best technology can offer for surgical care and the highest precautions for infection control. The air handling units we have are just one such example. As an embryologist, I am part of a highly skilled IVF team and committed to provide the best available care while addressing male infertility.
Hello, myself Dr. Maya Patke Sangovdekar. I am an obstetrician, gynecologist, and laparoscopic surgeon practicing in Kolhapur since last almost 30 years. Gynecological endoscopic surgeries include laparoscopic as well as hysteroscopic surgeries, which over a period of time have replaced most of the open surgeries. The advantages that the patients get out of these surgeries are, since these are keyhole surgeries, the number of incisions are less. They are very small incisions which cause less pain, less scarring. There is less bleeding. Chances of infection are less. All this helps to reduce the hospital stay for the patient. Also, they can return to their work much quickly as compared to the open surgeries. Laparoscopic surgeries, they need extra training and extra skills. At SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospitals and Research Institute, we have a very good, well-equipped modular operation theatre, a highly skilled team which can perform simple as well as complicated laparoscopic surgeries with very good outcomes. We are having 3 modular OTs with excellent equipments, as well as all infection control measures are taken care of here. We are really eager to offer these services to those who need these operations. With increasing age of marriage and childbearing, we come across many women who have comorbidities during pregnancy like hypertension, diabetes, thyroid problems, and many more problems. And these ladies, they require a multidisciplinary approach during their journey of pregnancy. At SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Institute, we have many departments wherein a physician, an obstetrician, neonatologist, we all can take care of these women and offer better results for these pregnant women and their babies. Thank you.
Myself, Dr. Amita Sanjeev Patke. I am obstetrician and gynecologist. I am working in this field since last 25 years. Apart from providing necessary services to all mothers and babies, one step ahead, now we are providing preventive services to all females. Cervical cancer and breast cancer, these are the most common cancers in female in India. For early detection of say a breast, now we are offering mammography to female patients and self-breast examination to each and every female patient. Cervical cancer is also preventable if it is diagnosed at precancerous stage by screening, and screening modalities like cervical cytology, high-risk HPV DNA testing, colposcopy, these all modalities are now available in our hospital. If patient is screened positive, she will be treated accordingly by cryotherapy and lip therapy, and it will be prevented to progress to cervical cancer. Nowadays, HPV vaccine is freely available in India, which is valuable in prevention of cervical cancer. HPV vaccine can be given to all females from the age of 19 to 45. This vaccine will be available in our hospital, and we will motivate our patients and their daughters to have the vaccine. According to CGPR, if 90% females are vaccinated and 70% females are screened, then mortality rate due to cervical cancer can be reduced to less than 30%. We will work for the same motto. Thank you.
Myself, Dr. Rupali Kapil Patil, a neonatologist. I have done my MBBS from Government Medical College, Miras, and I have done DNB Pediatrics and super specialization in neonatology. Our main aim to have NICU along with obstetrics unit is the mother and child care will be under one roof. So our neonatal care intensive care unit will have 6 beds which can provide the facilities like warmer care, oxygen and phototherapy, which will treat the jaundice in newborn. Our team of NICU will have special trained nurses, neonatal care nurses, medical officers and neonatologists. The benefits of having a child care unit along with the mother care unit are many. The happiest moment in the family is birth of a newborn. And if such newborn for such some reason requires NICU care, everyone in the family becomes anxious, and especially the mother. If such sick baby is being treated just beside the mother, it kills or relieves all the anxiety of the family members and mother, and the treatment of the newborn becomes very easy. So let's begin with this new endeavor and successful journey of Mother and Child Care Unit as SHREYAS Neonatal Intensive Care Unit of SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital. Thank you.
I am Dr. Palika Jirge, the Scientific Director of Sushrut Assisted Conception Clinic and SHREYAS Multispeciality Hospital and Research Institute.